welcome back to the channel. Yeah, it's the next day after the shearing, and it's a cracking day. It's great weather at the minute. The last week or so, it's so dry. We won't even mention that. Maybe lads will be looking for a drop of rain soon. Won't mention that. Yeah, just got the ewes in again there this morning, and gave the lambs a mineral drench. And yes, there's a dead ewe there where, believe it or not, she must have had a heart attack. We took her out of the race for the shearing and tossed her up. It was just about to start, and she started foaming in the mouth and everything. So yeah, she must have had a heart attack. Yeah, she's well conditioned. She's not mine now. She's one of my dad's. So don't know what happened. There was obviously a heart attack. Just as he was about to start shearing her, she keeled over. So yeah, we give everything a mineral dose, or sorry, lambs. We mark the lambs then for ewe lambs or wether lambs, just to know them. And then because the ewes were sure, I just stuck my brand on them. a green J is what I use. But just to show you what I dosed the lambs with mineral. I had dosed them for worms last week. The first time I dosed them, I was so busy, I done the worm dose and the mineral dose the same day. I don't really like doing that really, but some people do, and I do it when I'm really busy with that sheep boost. It's really like if you taking a vitamin. All the vitamins are in it, and it's supposed to just give them a bit of a lift, because they're going down onto new grass now. So fresh bit of grass where I would normally have cattle, the young cattle, but they're all gone with the TB. So there's been nothing on this the whole spring. There's a feckin' meadow grass on it. So probably too good for sheep, but anyway, they'll stay there for a while till we're dipping. We're probably going to be dipping now in 3 to 4 weeks. The guy that was shearing here, Johnny, he actually has a mobile dipper, so we're probably going to do that, because as I said, I keep going back to my back. Can get no help, and I just can't do it. I cannot do it. So we'll probably get the mobile dipper in. So I didn't want to be bringing them back up, because we bring them down across my dad's field, and we have to move my dad's ewes to get them down. But otherwise I'll be going through a meadow. I'll probably be cutting that meadow maybe next week, so then I'll be able to get them up and down across that anyway. But didn't want to be traipsing through the meadow field, the silage field. So that's it, yeah. We'll probably be greasing up the machines. Don't know, probably going up to the slats maybe as well, giving your man a hand, because he wanted the tank. It's so dry, he wanted a tanker full of water to spray around it, just to dampen the shed and then power wash it. And then there was another guy, he might want me to do some raking today, so it's all go. Now he hasn't confirmed that or not yet, but I still have to get all the fucking grass machines ready. Pip, that'll do. Back in the yard here now. We're just getting some of these grass machines ready. Just a baler here where I just had washed it off there. I only washed it off there last week. People say you shouldn't power wash or whatever, but like there's so much dirt and shit and all on it. I power wash it before the season starts, and then I oil it and grease it. That's just the way I do it. But maybe everyone's different. And now I would use the airline during the season a couple of times, you know, and just blow it off. But like there's that much fucking oil and gunk and shit on it, I just think you have to power wash it off anyway, but maybe I'm wrong. But I do it, and then I grease and oil and everything, oil the chains. But there was a problem with the knives, where only eight of the knives out of 17 were coming up, and a guy came up. Actually, big shout out to Jason from Gordon Hegarty's. I think he was working out of a tie, but I rang him at 4:30, I think it was, one evening there last week. Maybe it was the Wednesday we were sharing, I'm not sure, but I rang him at 4:30, and we were still sharing at 8 or 9 o'clock that night, and he rang me at 8 o'clock and he says it's done. Where would you get better than that? There's a magnet or something was broke underneath or something like that, he said. So like that's only a new baler last year. I only bought it new last year, and that had happened later on in the season, and I only had haylage left to do. So he was trying to get me going over the phone, and I said, look, it's not happening. So I took the knives out anyway when I was doing the haylage, so I didn't need the knives at that stage. So in fairness, I said, look, you can come up to me again in the off season, but I left it so late. It's in the season again, and he was quite busy, but he came up and he sorted it out. So I just need to take the blades out. I need to take the knives out, and I need to go get them sharpened, and then when I get them sharpened, I will get that little magnet that he was talking about as well. And then I was actually talking to the guy that was to service the mower, and that's the Cleveland mower there for the 3-point linkage. He can't come to me till the middle of next week, but maybe I'll just check the gearboxes and check a few things on it before I go, because I could be mowing before that. I just don't know. Like, we're that high up here. We're always a bit behind. But there's some of the fields I can do. There's a couple of fields that I'd probably be doing for haylage that I can do now, because I want a bit of early haylage, where I'll be running out of haylage come July, August, and it needs to be made for 6 weeks before you can give it to horses. So I need to make a bit of early stuff, so I'll probably be cutting that next week. But I'm not in a huge panic to get it done. Most of my other meadows will be the middle to the end of June anyway, but I just want to get everything ready for contracting. Lads be ringing. It's usually around the bank holiday weekend. There's a couple of lads start up here. Like we're 1,000 feet above sea level, and we're quite high, and we're always a bit behind everyone else down a bit lower. Like everyone else down lower are flying with silage, you know, and a lot of the lads up this way would be sucklers, and they wouldn't be cutting it as leafy as the dairymen and some of the other lads. Just can't afford it. Like, we need a bit of bulk as well as quality. Depends what you're doing. But like most of the dairymen would be cutting it leafy stuff. The suckler lads and up here be letting it grow on a bit and bulk up a bit. I know your quality is not the same, but anyway, they're a load of. This will tell you what fencing we've to do as well. Hay stakes. We have a lot of fencing to do around the house and around the yard. The guy that's power washing up in the slats for me, I think he's going to give me a hand next week as well, and we're going to try blitz every bit of fencing that needs to be done. Just blitz it in 2 or 3 days. Whether we get that done or not, I don't know. But anyway, we'll have to try if he can come, because trying to get someone is a nightmare. So if I have the chance of getting them, we'll work long hours and try get all the fencing done that needs to be done, because there's a lot needs doing. A lot of patching and just bits and bobs, and it never ends. But there's an awful lot of stakes need to go down, even in existing fences where we don't have to put up new wire at like that, but a lot of stakes. So we need to get that done. And yeah, so look, I'll be posting a bit more about these machines. This is sorry, I should actually. No, I didn't wash the doors or like that. But she's a Massey 3130F, and they were Lely. They were Lely balers, and Massey took them over. But it's a feckin' great baler. I'm very happy with it. See them hooks there? They actually hold the door closed, and you can pack the bale feckin' tight. I think it's, well, I was very fond of the Lely. I would have gone for a Lely again, only Massey had took them over, so I changed it to that. And extremely happy with it. Very, very happy with it. Everyone is happy with the bales. And like, I do contracting, and I make the contracting bales the same as I make my own. I don't loosen off the baler for anyone, because what are you going to get honey another fucking baler to? Fuck it, I prefer the people be happy. Actually, the wrapper here I'll show you as well. I actually changed this wrapper. I got this wrapper this year where I had one. Now it's only second hand. I couldn't afford to buy a new one. I had a wrapper with a single. It only done one thing of plastic, so I traded it in for this where it does 2 films of plastic. It's just a McHale, same as what I had. Only it has the second thing of plastic, because I'd be doing an awful lot of haylage, and when you're putting the double wrap of plastic on, it just takes an awful lot of time. So just say I had a job, or even here myself, where you were doing maybe 300 or 400 bales at a time, maybe more, and if you had someone putting them on the wrapper, and then I was wrapping and stacking them, you get through an awful lot of bales with that. So that's why I changed that this year. But there's over 30,000 bales on that, and there was over 30,000 on my own as well. It was nearly a straight swap only for the. So I just hope it goes okay, because we'll see how it goes anyway. And it's a remote control, because I'll be doing a lot of silage and haylage in lads' yards where they just bring it into the yard, and then I'll be wrapping and stacking at the same time. So that's why I use remote control. The one I had was remote control as well, so just to show you the wrapper. But as we go through the silage season and a few other things, we'll be showing you all the machines anyway. Just up here with your lad at the silage unit, where I'm just got the tanker and putting water in the back here, so it softens it up here, man. He's power washing it, so he's coming back then and going to power wash it tomorrow. This is just softening up the dome. Some job on the slats here. You can probably see it. Serious job. You're on candid camera. Just up here checking the ewes now, and checking the lamb's creep feed. It's just the next day now, where it's actually cold this morning. I have a hoodie on and I have this body warmer on as well. There's an awful wind there, it would feckin' skin you. So there's plenty of nuts in that. So I'm no need to put any more in it. I have the ewes here locked into this field, giving them I have a drinker here as well, because they've no water. There's water at the bottom of this field, and we just same thing as I explained before. We have it divided off. The fence was meant to be taken down, but we just kept it then in sort of a paddock system where we're changing the ewes around. But I'm going to stand in there. That would skin you this morning. Due to the bursting grass there. Now it is sort of stalled at the minute, the grass, because just it has been so dry and no rain, has stalled a minute, but there was a serious burst of grass there for a few weeks. So I have the ewes locked in here now, and I'm going to take that field up for a meadow. And there's one there at the trees I'm going to take up for a silage field as well. Excuse me. And after getting 2 ton of nitrogen, and I'll throw a bit of nitrogen on it, because it wouldn't be great now unless I stick a bit of manure on it, because it's been took up late now and been grazed heavy enough with sheep. It needs a bit of a burst. So it'll be cutting it maybe the middle of July, end July, that type of thing. And then there's one field there, the top field there, that's in the acres. I got into the acres scheme, so that can't be cut, I think, till the 15th July. And you can only put 1 bag of fertiliser on it, which I did, and that was it. That's going to be there till then. So no, I'm just checking the sheep here now. I was just going through the camera as well, and the video is probably getting on a bit now as well. And we just greased up the baler over there when I was explaining earlier in the video. We greased up the baler. I didn't show it now, just got because it was underneath. Just doing the knives, all the grease nipples on the knives and stuff like that. So the baler's more or less ready to go. The mower too, I just need to change the blades. But I probably want to show you as well when I go back to the yard. I might show you when I go back to the yard, where I had slurry tanker on for your man up in the slats, and before I caught the arms in the slurry tanker in the little knob underneath to the stand, I call it the stand, sorry. And I even lowered the lift arms now, and they were dragging the ground, and one still got caught in it and broke it. So I went and got one the other day anyway. But I just have to put that on, and I could be sowing that fertiliser then if I got that put on, but I just have to get a guy to do it for me. So what I probably have to do is cut that stand off and move it back and make it longer. It's just catching, the arms are catching in it no matter what way you have it, and I can't lift the arms up because it won't go between the drawbar and the PTO, and then if you lift it up fully it's not going above the PTO, so I've just nowhere to put the arms, and it just keeps breaking them little lugs for holding everything on. So I might show that when I go back to the yard. Oh yeah, that stand there, that stand on the slurry tanker is doing all the damage, and like I even had the arms down that they were rubbing the ground, and they're still catching in it. So I'd say I'll probably have to cut that off and maybe put a different one on back onto it, or I'll have to change it anyway, because I can't keep knocking the, I'll show you now on the tractor, I can't keep breaking them every time I use the slurry tanker. So if that 2-ton nitrogen to go out, these little clips, they just hold up there, the clips for holding the balls, and I tried to change one of them for myself. I'm not that good mechanically. I'm actually fairly useless mechanically now. I can service things, but like when you have a new tractor like that, you have to give it back to the company you bought it off to keep the warranty. So other than that, I'd service it myself, but it's just I'm not good mechanically, stuff like that. So, and that's being honest about it. So I'll have to get my mechanic Philip Conley. He's fucking brilliant. So I'll probably call to him in the morning. But anyway, the video's probably getting on. So I'd say that will probably be the end of this one. And we're working towards a big push to get to 2,000 subscribers. I know we're only small fish compared to some of the channels, but look, we're building slowly. But on the analysis, it gives a 28-day analysis, and less than 50% are subscribed of the viewers of the, like say the last video. Less than 50% of the people are subscribed. Like if you're watching the video anyway, you might as well just hit the subscribe button, because it doesn't cost you anything, but it really helps me and helps the channel and helps everything progress. It's really beneficial for it. So if you are watching it, just please hit the subscribe button, and I hope you enjoyed the videos, and again, thanks for watching, and we will catch you at the next one.